You broke a rule, skipped your checklist, moved a stop loss, took a trade that didn't meet your criteria, entered on emotion instead of plan. You slipped, and now you're wondering if your entire system is broken, if you're capable of discipline, if you should abandon everything and go back to trading by feel. The mistake isn't the problem. The spiral after the mistake is what destroys everything, because one broken rule becomes two. Two becomes five. Five becomes full tilt, where you abandon everything you built and blow through capital in emotional chaos. Not because you're undisciplined, but because you had no protocol for what to do after a slip. Most traders treat rule breaks like moral failures requiring extensive self-examination, which delays action, increases shame, and gives the spiral time to accelerate. You don't need therapy after breaking a rule. You need a circuit breaker, and the same-day reset is a 5-minute protocol that cuts the spiral before it compounds and prevents one mistake from cascading into catastrophic damage. The same-day reset has 5 steps, executed immediately after you recognize you broke a rule, the moment you realize what happened, because every minute you delay gives emotion more control and the spiral more momentum. Step 1. Pause trading immediately. Close your platform if needed. Step away from the screen. Create physical distance between yourself and the next trade, because your brain is in reactive mode. This inserts a pause between the mistake and the next decision, giving your prefrontal cortex time to re-engage instead of letting your amygdala keep trading. Step 2. Journal the break and trigger. Write exactly what rule you broke, what triggered it, what you were feeling right before, not for deep psychological insight, but to externalize emotion and create cognitive distance from the reactive state. Writing forces your brain into analytical mode, shifts activation from emotional centers to language processing, and that neurological shift breaks the spiral. Step 3. Identify which specific rule was broken. Not all of them, just the one you broke right now, because treating every slip like total system failure creates overwhelm. Did you skip your checklist? That's the rule. Did you move your stop? That's the rule. Name it specifically instead of spiraling into generalized shame. Step 4. Recommit to that one rule for your next trade. Not all your rules, just the one you broke. Because trying to be perfect at everything after a mistake sets you up for another failure. You're building targeted recovery, one rule at a time. Next trade, you will use the checklist. Next trade, you will not move your stop. One rule, one trade. Step 5. Reduce position size 50% on your next trade as a circuit breaker. This isn't punishment, it's protection. Because even with steps 1 through 4, you're still vulnerable, and smaller size creates margin for error. Reduced size lowers emotional stakes, makes it easier to follow that one rule you recommitted to, and prevents a second mistake from doing serious damage. That's the protocol. Pause immediately. Journal the break and trigger. Identify the specific rule broken. Recommit to that one rule for next trade. Reduce size 50%. 5 steps, 5 minutes maximum, cutting the spiral before it compounds. Why this works? Speed matters more than perfection because the spiral accelerates with time, and traders who wait until end of day have already compounded the damage with 3 more emotional trades. The same-day reset catches you immediately, prevents the cascade, gets you back to systematic trading within minutes instead of days. It's specific instead of general, addressing the exact rule you broke rather than vague commitments to be more disciplined, giving your brain a clear, actionable target. It includes a safety mechanism with reduced size, building protection into your next trade while your system stabilizes. Common resistance. I should just not break rules. You should, but you won't, because you're human, and systems maintenance under pressure is difficult, and slips are predictable. And traders who plan for slips survive while traders who expect perfection spiral. Your implementation. Write the 5 steps down, print them, tape them to your monitor. Next time you break a rule, don't spiral into shame or keep trading hoping to fix it. Execute the protocol. Pause, journal, identify the specific rule, recommit to that one rule, reduce size 50% next trade. 5 minutes, spiral cut, system maintained. The mistake isn't the problem. The spiral is the problem. And the same-day reset cuts the spiral before it destroys what you've built.